Well, if you are tired or feeling fatigued, then you've picked the perfect spot because high energy is going to be the mode of the day here for the In the Club podcast. Welcome, everybody. I am Jim Howell, and today we are going to talk about women's rugby. And the energy is not just limited to what goes on the pitch between the lines, because the lady that we are going to talk to today, she is high energy no matter where she is. You give her a coffee and she will run for miles. Lindsey Mahoney, who begins her second year at the helm of the Lopes women's rugby program. She was an ASU alum and very decorated at ASU, but from there on, she went all kinds of places for her professional career, including here in the U.S., but also in Ireland, in Australia, and you've also seen that she has done some coaching as well, but she has done a lot of playing on the national level, and a lot of that has shaped what she's done just in the 12 months that she has been in the club sports stable. So Lindsey, welcome, and as we start kind of talking about that first year, I want you to kind of take me back. Not just when you got hired, but then you walk into your informational meeting with your potential returners and potential new recruits, and you have a specific message in mind, which is not just, okay, we're going to play rugby and we're going to knock everybody over. What was the main goal you were trying to get across to them when you first started talking to your people?
Thanks, Jim. I would say that informational meeting was really exciting, I think, for all of us as a new coach and meeting all these new players. A lot of the girls I hadn't ever met before. But the biggest goal, I guess, of last season was to build culture. I knew that they could play rugby, but culture was kind of the biggest process and the biggest goal for us all season. So really just to kind of inspire that process-driven kind of aspect of the game. And I think we did a really great job at accomplishing that. But from day one, kind of that was what I wanted to ingrain in kind of our goals and our values.
When did you kind of get the coaching bug, so to speak?
I don't know if I had ever had it, honestly, if we're being really honest. I came back from Ireland and I didn't really know what I was going to do, and I was just praying for direction. And I was working a waitressing job part-time, and my manager was like, "Hey, are you going to apply for the GCU job?" And I was like, "The what?" Like, I don't coach. Like, I'm going to keep playing. But I kept thinking about it, and the next day I applied, and oh my goodness, I'm so thankful for that because day one, I've never looked back. I never thought I'd be interested in coaching. I've always kind of been more into the playing side. Of course, players want to hold on to that aspect of their career for as long as they can. It's hard to give it up. But coaching has been so rewarding. I'm in love with the school, the staff, these girls. They have a piece of my heart. The day after everything kind of went crazy in March and we sent the girls home, it was just so, I think everybody was in shock. And I remember I came home and I was sitting on the couch and I was watching TV and my mom was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna miss them." And so it's just cool to kind of see how I mean, obviously, like, this team's been blessed and I've felt really blessed to, be in this career and be amongst these girls.
Like most of all of the sports all across the board at GCU and all across the country, you were one of those sports that didn't get to finish your season because of the coronavirus, but you were able to get at least a decent majority of it. And of course you had the entire fall and the entire spring. What was maybe the biggest thing you learned, not only about the team itself, but maybe about yourself during this first year of coaching?
Gosh, a lot of things. I'd say a big thing is patience. There are times where you want to just, a girl's giving you a hard time and you want to give up, but I've learned so many times at this season that investing in these girls is a huge reward. Another thing is, like, you can make mountains out of molehills. We had, I think, 7 returners. I mean, I remember when I signed on to coach, I was like, "All right, where's the team?" And there really wasn't much of a team yet. So I was like, "How are we going to do this?" And I mean, I know we didn't get to finish our season, but I mean, we look at, all the stats from last year and we came second right behind BYU, which, like, how did we do that? But a lot of it was just like a lot of love and a lot of just trust in the process, I guess. So that was pretty cool.
It also seems like, too, that you and OLeary, the men's rugby coach and also director of rugby operations, you were hired around the same time. You guys have drastically different backgrounds, but it seems like you mesh so well. Why?
It's the Irish blood, the Mahoney and the OLeary. But we do. Again, this program's been so blessed in the past year, and I think that goes into it as well. Like, I was scared because I had no idea who the men's coach was going to be, and I was like, this could either make or break, my time here, and it's made it. Coach OLeary's been incredible. He's probably sick of me. He probably hates sharing an office with me because every time I get a ridiculous idea, I'm like, Coach O, what do you think about this? But he's so honest with me and in such a loving way that I'm just lucky.
You've got rugby, which is a sport that is growing in the U.S., but it's still in some cases a specialized sport. Women's rugby, sometimes even more so. But for somebody that's come on campus and has never played women's rugby, but they like contact sports, what do you say to them about women's rugby? Is it something they can do?
Oh, of course, of course. We had what, like 6 or 7, probably even like 10 girls last year who never touched a rugby ball before the season, and they were just the most amazing rugby players by the end of it. And it's a sport that you can take with you through life. Like, I actually started at ASU as well. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and rugby just kind of fell into my lap. And it's taken me all over the world. It's helped me to make all these incredible friendships that will last my entire life. And giving me opportunities galore, this being one of them. So I totally encourage girls who are new. That's not a problem. We have nothing but time to, help develop those skills in them.
So, if you're interested in maybe having rugby fall into your proverbial lap, there are plenty of ways that you can get involved. Social media is big time for women's rugby here at GCU. Their Twitter and Instagram pages are very busy, and their web page is also very busy on the clubsports.gcu.edu website, and you've got those in front of you. So get involved, and anytime you want to contact Coach Mahoney, you've got the Contact Me button right next to her smiling face on our webpage. Lindsey Mahoney, thank you so much for the energy. Thank you for all you brought just in 1 year for the women's rugby program, and we look forward to year 2. We also look forward to the next edition of the In the Club podcast. We thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.